Stasha, the period coach here, finishing up our Smoothies in Flow series. Today we're going to talk about the luteal phase, which is that time right before your period. And hashtag smoothies and hoodies. This is also a hilarious little part of our series. Grab the guide and you'll see why. But this is one of just my favorite hoodies, as evidenced by the paint on the sleeves. But it's so soft and so cozy. And luteal is when you want to be really soft and cozy. So grab your coziest hoodie and let's dive into the luteal phase. It's got two parts to it. The luteal phase is when our progesterone is rising, and it rises to keep a fertilized egg viable and create a baby. If your progesterone goes down, then it triggers your menstrual phase. If it stays high, it continues to incubate the baby. However, your estrogen rises and then dips down after ovulation, but then it rises again in luteal for a second wind. I tell everyone, you feel like you're in your luteal phase, you get the second wind of energy. That's when your estrogen is doing the secondary rise during your cycle. Overall, to have a PMS-free, symptom-free period and to go into having a happier, healthier period, we really need to focus on deeply nourishing the body and really getting that excess estrogen out of the body. And I know I've said it every phase, I'm saying it again in this phase. We really want to be fiber focused. So it's as the estrogen is rising and then as it dips down. So the estrogen peak is kind of our split between the two. And it's basically 2 weeks. You've got the week before as the estrogen is rising again, and then the week after as the estrogen is dipping back down. And then you have your period, usually. As you're ramping up into this first part of the luteal phase, it's the late summer phase of our cycle, and it's the earth element. So in the smoothie, in the guide below, I added in buckwheat because this is just such a huge protein-rich food, and it's really very fiber forward. Also, pears are perfect during this time, and this is when you start adding in the fall spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger. So I made a pear ginger smoothie in the guidebook below. But you could really go crazy here with a lot of options. Apples and bananas are two that are in this phase. Figs, they're great to throw in smoothies. They've just got that nice earthy flavor to them, a little bit of sweetness too. Peaches are great during this phase. So you've got some options here. And then when it comes to the veggies that you could possibly throw in during this phase, it's a long list. The luteal 1 and luteal 2 phases both have very overlapping vegetables. We're talking about squashes, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, really dense orange root vegetables. This is a great time to do like a pumpkin pie smoothie or a sweet potato pie smoothie because they've got that real fiber rich and they're so good for helping balance our hormones as women. Lots of antioxidants in that orange, lots of vitamin C, all of these things that we need because we're going into the phase where as that estrogen declines, so does our immune system. I'm not saying it turns off, but our immune system also goes down a bit with our estrogen. So it's a really good time to get those immune boosting foods in. Now, I'm not a fan of skipping my greens, so I always like to put something green in my smoothies, and I put spinach into this smoothie for the luteal 1 phase, for the pear smoothie. Makes it really beautiful, bright green. You can also do that in any phase. Spinach, parsley, even throwing in some chlorella tabs or spirulina or blue-green algae, just to get some of those really deep, nourishing vitamins and minerals in that they have that not a lot of other things do. Then we move into our luteal 2 phase, and this is after that estrogen starts to decline, and now we've got about a week before we're gonna get our bleed. So during this phase, we've moved into fall. This is where we're moving into metal as our element, and again, the veggies are still overlapping, so we're still talking about pumpkin and sweet potato. In fact, the smoothie in the recipe below is a sweet potato smoothie, and this is where it really turns into a chocolate craving. Most of us get into that chocolate craving phase during this time. I make chocolate pumpkin smoothies during this phase a lot, just grabbing some canned pumpkin and some raw cacao, and you've got a really good super fibrous smoothie that can really help balance your hormones, fill you up, make you feel good. You might want to throw some turmeric in there and absolutely bust out that jar of pumpkin pie spice. These are all really good spices during this phase of the cycle. So throw them in there and make yourself some delicious pie flavored smoothies. Try using a date as a sweetener instead of anything else, or maybe a banana. That magnesium right before your period is also fantastic for helping cramping and cycles. And if you're getting them in now, you're also helping your body avoid PMS. And listen to your body, because your body is going to tell you when you move from luteal 1 into luteal 2. You're going to feel it if you're charting and you're paying attention. We have this moment where we're like, I really need that rich, creamy smoothie now. Listen to your body. She will guide you through this really beautifully. All right, so one more time, the guide is below. Grab it. Hashtag smoothies and hoodies in our Facebook group, also below. Peace out, Overeating.